Revelation 14, 9 through 20. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day nor night. Who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust in thy sickle, and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had the power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. Patience here is perseverance or endurance. The assurance of the judgment of God's enemies is a basis for the perseverance of the tribulation believers to continue following Christ. The perseverance of genuine believers in the faith and in the commandments of God is assumed and guaranteed. The dead which die in the Lord from henceforth are tribulation martyrs. They will be blessed through rest, resurrection, and reigning with Christ during the millennium. They will receive a reward for their works of obedience. The Son of Man is Christ, the Messiah. The cloud relates to Christ's second coming. The crown pictures him as the ruler of the earth, and the sickle symbolizes judgment as an instrument of the harvest. The time has come to finish the judgment of the earth. The second coming of Christ includes more judgment. To reap and harvest the earth is to judge and punish its people. Whereas verses 14 to 16 picture Christ's judgment as a grain harvest. Verses 17 to 20 symbolize the wrath of God as a grape harvest with the treading of the grape clusters in an immense winepress. Against the sickle depicts judgment. The clusters of the vine of the earth represents the unbelievers of the earth, those who have followed and worshipped the beast. Her grapes are fully ripe, in that the time for God's judgment of the earth is now. The great winepress of God, the great winepress of the wrath of God pictures the violence and intensity of God's coming judgment on the earth. The city is probably Jerusalem, and if so, the greatest intensity of the judgment may be centered in Palestine. Perhaps the reference is to the coming battle of Armageddon. The blood may be either the red juice of the grapes or literal human blood resulting from the final battle. The amount of blood that results from the winepress emphasizes the severity of the judgment. 1,600 furlongs is approximately 184 miles, the full length of Palestine. The height of the horse bridles may be about 4 feet. The winepress may be in anticipation of the vial or bowl judgments of chapter 16.